おい小僧、お前が一体何になるのか。俺たちの前でもう一度言ってみろ。
One Piece Chapter 1069 just recently came out, and it was heat and fire. Starting off with Lucci's Awakening. First of all, people wrote off Lucci when we saw that he was in Egghead, so it was just pretty refreshing to see that, okay, Oda not only brought back Lucci, but also gave him a characteristic, a special buff with him being awakened. And it's very amazing to see that his awakening form had the black clouds that surround him, just like how Luffy has like the white clouds or flames, the white flames that surround him. But I think also Yamato also has flames surrounding him, so I think it's just general when it comes to like your awakening. The flames usually come with the awakening, because we've seen 3 people that have had such awakenings and they've all had flames so far. They also mentioned a very interesting attribute about the devil fruit, which is something along the lines of the devil fruit takes up the mind of the user when they're awakening or when they've awakened, and that's why they resort to animalistic behaviors when they've turned into their beasts. And that's probably why Luffy's character changes so much when he becomes Sangha Nika, because his personality is being affected by the awakening of the fruit. I also want to talk about Kaido. Kaido being the strongest character in the verse at that time or presently, and how he might not be awakened. There's an interesting theory that says the reason why Kaido isn't awakened is because his soul, like his will, doesn't align with his body. He's the strongest in the world, but he wants to die. So because of that, he couldn't awaken his fruits. Because if anybody was to awaken his fruit, it would definitely be Kaido, right? Because he's the strongest. But because of that disconnect from his will and his attributes, in like his physical attributes, is the reason why he couldn't awaken, which is just interesting. But I don't think Kaido needed to awaken, because he still had hands and he would still knock you out with that Tondabawa.
This chapter of One Piece has left us with a lot to discuss. Akainu's respect for Luffy, Monkey D. Clout, like we have to put some respect on the 5th Yonko, or now the 4th Yonko as he is known. The mere fact that now nobody can just fuck around with Luffy, you have to make sure you have approval, you have clarification, you have clearance to fight against Monkey D. Luffy and squad. Because now if you fight against him as an all-out war against a Yonko, you might have a repeat of Marineford. That's Clout on Luffy's name. That's Clout on the Straw Hats as a whole. I really loved how Akainu, when they showed him, he was like, yo, make sure Rob Lucci is not doing anything stupid. He's making sure he's waiting for Kizaru, because Kizaru is an admiral and he has to wait for him before he engages Straw Hat Luffy. Because we're forgetting it's not just Luffy there. Sanji, Zoro, the squad, they're there. Jinbei is there. Like, you take out Luffy, Jinbei, Sanji, and Zoro are taking out pretty much anybody. Like, they're taking out almost any top tier at this point. Like, maybe remove the Yonkos and the Fleet Admiral. Like, they're taking out anybody. So you have to put some respect on them. And I can see the caution that is associated with the Straw Hat crew. It's not just him being a Yonko, but the strength that comes from a Yonko. The clout that he has. He has territories, but it's not just about territories. Like, his strength itself, like the main fight force of the Straw Hat, it is a feat to behold of. His commanders are ridiculously powerful, and it's understandable. Like, I understand Akainu's caution. Lucci is hyped up in adrenaline, and he thinks he can do anything. Like, no, he's gonna get a smackdown. Luffy is gonna keep on moving. Kaku, I believe, is called. The guy, the Usopp guy. He warned Lucci, like, yo, since this guy is a Yonko, we should wait until we get clearance. We should wait until the Navy gives us the go-ahead to fight against someone of this caliber, a monster of this caliber. Because anything would come back to bite the Marines and the world government as a whole. So you have to respect that. And for me, that's what I'm looking forward to seeing in this chapter.
This is the perfect time to take a pause. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. You can comment later. You can share after the video, but like subscribe, enjoy.
And then for future predictions going forward, we found out that Kizaru is pulling up to Egghead, and you know Kizaru is speed of light, so best believe he's gonna be there immediately. And we also have Sentomaru. I don't think he's dead, but maybe he's dead, but I wouldn't say he's dead because it's Oda. And the chain of command is back to CP0. So now the Straw Hats have to fight against Rob Lucci, Kizaru, and CP0, and also the Seraphim. So which is why I think Kuma teleporting to Egghead is going to be very essential, because he's going to be needed in this final fight that would happen. I don't think the fight is going to be too big of a fight. It might just be like a skirmish, and then the Straw Hats will probably escape or something, because any other thing, I don't see it not becoming an all-out war just because of the big names that are there, just because Luffy is there and he's Yonko now. I don't see it becoming an all-out war. So I see it becoming like a skirmish, and then they would escape with Kuma and Bonnie and everybody else, and then after they escape, we'll find out what actually happened to Kuma and what Vegapunk did to Kuma. But we are going to see a Luffy Kizaru matchup, because I think next few chapters Luffy is gonna knock down Rob Lucci, because he's pissed because of what he did to Sentomaru. So he's gonna knock him down, and after he knocks him down, he's gonna fight with Kizaru alongside the crew, and we'll see what's gonna happen there. But so far, those are my future predictions for the forthcoming chapter. There's a break next week, so we won't get to see it happen till the week after. So looking forward to it.
そうかよーし
そうさ、そしたら俺はよ
To give you the overall rating of what the chapter is, I mean, Oda has been dropping heat since post time skip of Oda. Since Oda came back from his break in South Africa, Oda has been dropping gems. Like, it's been back-to-back bangers. I would say this is solid 9.5. Amazing chapter. Probably a 10. Like, it is. I don't see anything that I have to criticize about this chapter. And even though it's semi build up, we saw some heavy action. There's a lot of character nuggets that Oda has dropped with, like Rob Lucci showing like, yo, Straw Hat, I'm not the same kid that I was back in the day. So I think this is an amazing chapter, and I am really looking forward to seeing where the story goes forward. But Oda hasn't dropped the ball yet. So yeah, One Piece, amazing.
It's been the Bonds with Expensive Taste. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, and also subscribe. Share with your friends. Thumbs out.